their communicative skills. Preparing the final presentation is highly motivating because it is a challenge up to the student's level. It is a topic students are acquainted with and interested in, and the problem will be solved by doing activities students are fond of, such as singing and dancing. Why am I showing this? Because it's mine, one reason. But it proves that a problem-based learning approach can be implemented from very low levels. This lesson introduces simple vocabulary, and students will discover the meaning of words by using their previous knowledge. Most ICT-related vocabulary has been coined by ICT developers and then borrowed by different languages. This implies that the lexical items used can be easily associated. Students will develop literacy skills at the same time they develop their critical thinking. They also work with technology teachers to find out necessary information. Social studies and citizenship teachers will aid in the discussion of positive and negative aspects of the use of internet. Art teachers will help in the production of invitations and posters for the presentation. Music teachers can help with rhythm. This is how problem-based learning becomes interdisciplinary. Students will learn by doing. They will approach knowledge through experiential and discovery learning. They will be moving within the zone of proximal development because they will be using their previous knowledge as scaffold. They will expand information by doing research in order to understand better how they use the internet in their everyday life. It is a real life problem. When the moment of preparing the presentation comes, the teacher facilitates some rules students will have to abide by and provides a grid of self and peer assessment. The grid, in accordance with the holistic perspective of the approach, lists things students can do using language. It doesn't enumerate lexical items or vocabulary structures. Students can decide whether they are doing very well, they just can manage, or they need to revise. Notice the words right or wrong, correct or incorrect are not part of the feedback. With this grid, students can assess their performance before presenting the work in front of an audience. And this is based on qualitative assessment. Engel asserted that objectives in problem-based learning should be viewed in terms of what students will be able to do at the end of the course. He stated that students' development should be observed in the following areas: professional competency, and in this case, I would change professional by performance, because we know that problem-based learning started being implemented at college level, but now I'm trying to speak about teaching students at primary school or secondary school. Um, dealing with and solving problems, creative and critical reasoning, coping with unfamiliar situations and making sound and reasoned decisions, participation in creating a change, understanding others and their point of view, self-evaluation, and production. Note that the 8 areas listed here are skills and abilities crucial for life in the real world, be it in the education or working environment. Additionally, they are more than likely attributes employers look for in potential hires. This could make a stronger case for the use and application of problem-based learning approach in education. Summarizing, um, we could say that problem-based learning approach is a holistic approach in which teachers present an ill-structured and meaningful and relatable problem, which allows for inquiry. They become tutors as managers and facilitators of learning, leaving aside that role of director that we have kept for such a long time. They provide significant instructional scaffolding to support the development of problem-solving skills, self-directed learning skills, and teamwork collaboration skills. This is very important, mainly at the beginning, when students start learning, because teachers become metacognitive coaches. They need to teach students to learn how to learn. And this scaffold will be removed little by little as students become more proficient. Teachers also conduct focused reflection in order to increase knowledge, develop skills, and clarify values. Learners become the center of the lesson, engaged problem solvers, and self-directed. This empowers learners to work collaboratively, identify what they need to learn to solve the problem, integrate theory and practice, apply knowledge and skills to develop a viable solution to a defined problem, reflect on what they have learned and the effectiveness of the strategies employed, work on self and peer assessment, and with all these improvements, students become continual learners. I want to close with a quote from John Maxwell, who says that leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Let's be, as teachers, the leaders that the future needs. Thank you very much. And here I give you some bibliography that I've used to prepare this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thanks a lot. It's wonderful. Problem-based
Thank you so
learning.
much.
It's a
It
good
is always-
solution.
Yes, you were saying something. Please carry on, Shumaila.
No, Nazia. Just
Okay. Thank you so very much. It is always pleasure to have you. And it was, again, another informative session. We learned a lot. And as you were talking about 4Cs and 21st century skills as well. So we oftenly talk on such topics, but still, what I personally believe is we should keep on talking on them, because by the time we learn more and more, and we realize that we still need to learn more about it. So thank you so very much for enlightening session.
Thank
So
you.
shall we-
And I agree with you that if we want to teach, we should never stop learning.
True,
That is a must.
true. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much.
yes,
All
yes. And especially after COVID, we face a lot of challenges and we are facing. So we need to learn more about this all topics. Okay, Nazia.
Okay, so shall we move towards the upcoming guest?
Yes.
Okay, so now I would like to call the upcoming guest, and she is from Pakistan. Also, I would like to give her short introduction, and she is president and CEO of Taluk, and also people's consultant at Job Valley HR consultancy, and also chairing consultant at the Queenspreneur closed group, also Nuteric at Laurel's Club, and also she is esthetician, beautypreneur at Face Value, and also senior lecturer entrepreneurship at CVM, also, mashallah, she has done a lot more. Former lecturer at Ikra University North Campus, and she has been working for Ikra University at North Campus as well. So now I would like to call her, and the guest is Samia Hamid. So over to you, Samia.
Yes, really nice, Samia. And she recently joined Education of Pakistan as a speaker. So warmly welcome, Samia. Samia
Thank
Hamid.
you so much. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hope you all are fine. Thank you so much, Shumaila and Nazia, for giving me this opportunity to speak with the wonderful audience. And previously, I was like listening to the other speakers, and it's really, really good to heard from them as well. So, without wasting a time, I want to share my slides.
Sure, please.
Okay, so especially for the teachers who are teaching in Pakistan, one fine day on 1st March 2020, we heard the breaking news that COVID hit our country as well. And now the institutes may be shut down, or we have to switch ourselves to the new normal, which is maybe the blended classroom and the flipped classrooms concept. Okay, uh, at some point to someone, this news actually made or create a fuss that how it is possible that we as the traditional teachers teaching in a traditional environment in our classrooms, how it is possible to teach online or in or to inculcate the flipped classrooms concept in our institutes. I think flipped classrooms concept is not at all a new concept that we are embraced in this particular time period in the during COVID. It's a very it's already introduced concept globally, but as far as the as Pakistan is concerned, we were not used to with it. That's why when it comes to change, then we are somehow reluctant to accept some change. So I think if in your organization the management wants to inculcate any change, it's good to embrace it. It's good to develop yourself according to it and inculcate and inculcate that particular pedagogies or methodologies of teaching in your curriculum. Okay. Okay, what is flipped classrooms? Already before me, a couple of speakers talked about on the concept of flipped classrooms. It's a form of a blended learning in which teacher plays a role of a facilitator or a guide more, as more likely to stand in a class and pick one topic and teach that particular topic in front of the class. And as Mr. Clarence said, that in the particular and in that traditional classroom, most of the students at that particular time and in that 40 minutes period didn't understand the concept of that topic, which any of the teacher wants to introduce them with it. Or maybe if I can put it like हर कोई बच्चा जो है वो उस तरह से चीजों को नहीं ले रहा होता या इतना ज्यादा sharp नहीं होता पूरी class में. If we are talking about there are 40 students or 30 students in our class, so maybe there are some students who are more towards the activities, who are more towards the sports side rather than they come to school to study and all these things. So I think this flipped classroom concepts make us teachers realize that we can observe and witness those students as well who mostly sit in at the on the last benches, or who are the mostly the back benches. They also taking interest in different topics and in different courses. The reason is that in flipped classrooms, there are different types of flipped classrooms, but here I want to introduce with you the difference between the traditional and the flipped classrooms concept. That, for example, in the traditional classrooms, uh, the students are sitting in the classroom, in a classroom sitting, and teacher came with the topic, with one topic, and maybe he or she writes on a board, or maybe he or she discuss it verbally, and the students are taking notes out of it, or maybe teacher writing on a whiteboard or a blackboard or a green board, and students copying that particular thing. For example, if a math period is there, or statistics or other courses were there. But in a flipped classrooms, mostly you have to flip the traditional mindset, traditional environment into an innovative form. For example, you have to upload the lectures, you have to upload the interesting videos. I'm using the word interesting with the videos. The reason is, okay, when we actually started inculcating this concept in our institutes last year, especially in Pakistan, mostly teachers are confused, which is again very a normal thing for some of us, that we are not used to with all these things. We are not used to with that particular methodology of teaching and teaching style. That is why we were confused, and we actually tried to make the videos like 1 hour video or 30 minutes video. So when I'm like listening to you, it's possible to listen within a span of 40 minutes. But if I am like watching any video, if I am listening any lecture, then I think it's nearly impossible, especially keeping in mind the patience level of the students, that they will grab the particular knowledge, piece of knowledge out of that, and from that particular video, or a like piece of knowledge, piece of lecture you uploaded on your learning management systems, LMS. Okay. Okay, here is the comparison of traditional to flipped classrooms. In traditional classrooms, as I've already mentioned, that maybe 5 minutes warm-up activity, we as teachers started before starting the official and the proper class, and then we go over previous night's homework, or the homework you have already given to them in the previous class, and they done it, and they bring that particular homework in class, and you collect the copies, or you collect the assignments, and then you will check and grade them afterwards, and then you will start a lecture. But in a flipped classrooms, students, before starting the class, they have already watched the video, the lectures, and maybe you have inculcated or developed some assignments, or designed some assignments out of that particular video or lecture, and they have already attempt that assignment, and then come into the class. Okay, as I have said that when we heard and when we heard that we have to inculcate this particular concept, this particular methodology in our teaching last year, especially in Pakistan, then most of the teachers faced too much challenges, or maybe few challenges, and the most important and the most highlighted challenge is that they don't know what to do with the extra time if they do not prepared lecture, or if they are not delivering the lecture in the class, then what should they supposed to do? Okay, actually इस particular चीज को थोड़ा समझने में, थोड़ा understand करने में थोड़ा time लगा teachers को भी. The reason is that as I have said, that एक पर्टिकुलर तरीके से जो आप लेक्चर देते थे इन क्लास, उस लेक्चर का जो तरीका है वो थोड़ा सा चेंज करना पड़ेगा. उसका रीजन ये है कि अगर मैं वही ट्रेडिशनल तरीके से एक लेक्चर दे रही हूँ और स्टूडेंट्स नोट्स ले रहे हैं इन देयर कॉपीज, इन देयर रजिस्टर्स और इन लाइक इन एनी लाइक इन देयर नोटबुक्स, सो आई थिंक वो पर्टिकुलर नॉलेज, जो पीस ऑफ नॉलेज है, वो ट्रांसफर नहीं हो रहा. So in flipped classrooms, you have to revise your curriculum first and like inculcate some activities, inculcate some visits, as Dr. Clarence also mentioned this thing, that take out the students from that particular class and the school or college or university environment, involve them in community services, maybe involves them in different projects with which ultimately connect and result and gives benefits to that particular students or relate with that subject. And okay, this the second challenge which the teachers faced in the initial stages, early stages of this particular methodology is time is needed to develop videos. Yes, they should supposed to take some time out of their busy schedules other than the university, school or college hours, and make the videos, considering and keeping in mind that the videos will should not be like more than like 15 to 20 minutes, or and then they have to inculcate some like activities, some interesting videos or anything along with their own videos and own recorded lectures. Okay, and then to do what you want with the time in classroom is not enough to help teachers know what to do. Okay, uh, so as we are so much in our comfort zones, considering the traditional classroom environment as the teachers, when this happened to us, that we need to revise our curriculum, that we have to like put and invest some more time in our more time to develop our teaching tools and other things, then it's something like the teachers uh, the teachers are really do some efforts and to make their lives and to make their actually the teaching methodology easy. The most important thing is that it's actually it's really helped me a lot as well as a teacher, that make a group with your peers, make a group with your colleagues, with other teachers teaching in the same department or maybe the different departments, and discuss with them whatever the video you have uploaded, or maybe you already made it to upload on LMS for the students. Try to like share with your peers and get some evaluation like done, and share with them the teaching or the quality of the video you have made, you already have made it. And maybe you can ask that, for example, if Ms. Shumaila is my colleague, then I made a video, and I share it with Ms. Shumaila Vakas and ask her that if I'm talking about, and if I really want to develop my first lecture about how to become an entrepreneur, or what is the difference between the entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. So is it clearly addressed what I really want to convey to my students or not? Or if there is some lacking in the video, then make it again. It will take time to in the first step or in the first phase of your to accept this particular change. But yes, afterwards, when you will be used to with it, you will be the pro in making the short videos, the conversation in the form of a conversation, in the form of the explanation, in the form of the facilitator or a trainer, which gives you the particular knowledge of that topic or that subject. Okay. I think the most important thing in flipped classroom or the new innovative teaching methodology is who are our students and who are the students to whom we are teaching. हमारे students हैं कौन, हमारे वो students कौन से age group से ताल्लुक रखते हैं, actually वो कौन सी चीजों को like करते हैं, that is very important. And yes, we are talking about generation Z, and as I'm talking about that, I belong from generation Y, so I'm teaching generation Z. Okay, what comes next? Here it is. We are talking about Gen Alpha as well. The individuals, the kids who born in between 2010 till 2024. And this generation is also known as the glass generation because they are too much into the technology, they are too much into the gadgets, and I think it's nearly impossible for us as the teachers to make them realize or make them or to impose them to write their notes in their notebooks only, because they are too much into technology. They are used to and used to take notes in in their cell phones and so on. Okay. Now you can see the difference between these three generations: Generation Y, Generation Z, and Gen Alpha. Yes, Generation Y, they are confident. Generation Z, they are competitive, and Generation Gen Alpha, they are and they will be the decision makers. So the total change of the mindset, that if I'm talking about myself, that if when I was in my school or in my college or even in my university, I have a different mindset when it comes to the lectures, when it comes to different courses, when it comes to the demonstration or the practical knowledge or the practical work or the projects. But today we are teaching mostly Generation Z and Gen Alpha. In the near future, I'm talking about as a university teacher, because I'm not teaching Gen Alpha right now at university. But yes, so the main question, the most important question from you all, from the teachers, that are we prepared ourselves as well to teach this generation or not? This is something very important, and this is something important because we really want to develop ourselves. We really, it's the high time to learn new methodologies, to learn new skills, even to learn new tools, new softwares, which really help us to teach different courses of our specializations. Yes, it is very important. Okay. Here are some of the techniques that help educators prepare for flipping their classrooms. Communicate how much time on task is expected for each learning activity. You have to distribute the time. For example, if you are making a video, as I've already mentioned, that don't make a video too long. Make a video of maximum 15 to 20 minutes, and then add some activity or add a small project or a visit or something, and then continue with the the remaining time or so on. And especially keeping in mind that whatever, for example, in the first type of flipped classroom, if you are uploading the lecture of video on LMS, then students saw that particular piece of knowledge, video or assignments or activity, and then they will come in the class, and you have to make the groups or engage them in the decision making or in the like discussing part. Okay, the second most important thing is develop and make a rubric and share it with your students as well. Because when it comes to the flipped classrooms concept, there are more activities rather than the written assignments or something like that. So maybe students and sometimes teachers also get confused that how we will assign the marks or divide the marks into different things like in assignments and activities and so on. So develop a rubric. Again, discuss that particular rubric to your heads, to your peers, and then float it in with your students. Okay, encourage students also to create a learning plan, because if they uh, saw a particular video or something, so maybe the learning plan will help them to understand the essence of that knowledge or that particular piece of knowledge, and then they will come back to the classes and discuss it with their friends, class fellows, and with you as well. And incorporate peer feedback. Believe me, it really helps to the teacher. If you make a group with a particular with some teachers, with co-workers, and discuss your learning plan, discuss your rubric, discuss your videos or revised curriculum with them, and they will also shed some light on that, and maybe make you tell them about the maybe the minor mistakes or the gap you have uh, le- uh, left in that particular video or uh, assignment. Okay, here are some of the benefits of flipping the classroom. Flipping helps students to all abilities to excel, including the busy and struggling students, as I have already mentioned earlier. That as a teachers, we have already witnessed and observed that the students who were not uh, taking keen interest in their studies, especially when it comes to theory, when it comes to math courses and statistics and accounting, they started taking interest in particular courses as well, because we inculcate and we introduce some other methods of teaching and some activities. Then flipping allows teachers to know their students better. Oh yes, because in the traditional classroom environment, teacher came and taught the students and give the lecture, and then the 40 minutes or 40 minutes period over. So
Okay, Samya, I guess we should take at least a small gap because Azan is going on. I can hear. Okay, so let's take a break.
Yes, some echo is going on. Echo sound.
It was Azan Asr.
Okay.
Now it's over, I guess.
Okay, we can take break for 5 minutes.
okay. Shall I start?
Sure, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Flipping changes the way we talk to the parents. Okay, it's like when we are talking about flipping the classrooms or innovative teaching methodologies, it's very important to educate the parents as well, because again, uh, parents are not very used to of accepting that particular methodology, first of all. And second, if I'm talking about that particular scenario of blended learning, that we are taking classes and students are taking classes and we are conducting classes from our homes, like sitting in our living room or sitting on a bed. The at some point, the parents are not accepting that particular scenario. So it's very important to educate the parents as well. Uh, like I only want to tell and make you understand one thing, as I've discussed or like shed some light on it already, that change is very important, and change is very helpful as well. It's not something like that we make ourselves burdenized through with the change, but try to accept it and inculcate it, and be flexible to accept change, because ultimately it will help you. For example, as I've mentioned in the slide, that are we really prepared ourselves, or are we really ready to teach Gen Alpha? And I think most of the teachers have the clear answer of it, if I'm talking about this particular and this like thing. So try to learn new things, try to accept the change, try to discuss with your colleagues, and most importantly, try to take feedbacks from the students as well. And this thing also, this technique and this practice also helped me to revised my things, or do some corrections, or some more things. So try to take feedback from the students as well, and it will really help you. Okay, here are some of the types or models of flipped classrooms. Don't get confused, please, because I put all the models and types of flipped classrooms on in slides, but it's totally up to you that at which level you are teaching. So you will opt for that particular model and inculcate that model in your teaching style, teaching methodology in your classrooms, and develop the content, the videos, the lectures, the assignments, the activities according to it. Okay, the first is standard inverted classrooms. It's the classic flipped classrooms. The learners are asked to go through the lecture videos and other study materials that are prerequisites for the next class. Usually all the aspects of a topic are converted into video lectures, which actually I think students are more interested in it. The class time is reserved for practicing the concepts studied at home, and to improve the students' understanding in various ways, like one-to-one interaction with the teachers. Okay, I think and I believe that this particular model is for the like college or the university teachers and students, and maybe it will not be feasible for the primary level students or primary level teachers, because if they opt for this particular method or model, then I think if I'm talking about the primary school going kids, uh, they are not that much patient, that they are not that much mature to watch the videos and then come in the class and discuss it with the peers and the friends and the teachers. Okay, the second method and model is about the micro flip classrooms. And this type of classroom, short video lectures are distributed as study material along with short assignments. And the rest of the lecture and assignments are conducted during the classroom time. So this method, I think, help the teachers as well as the students to discuss the same content, the same thing in the classroom as well. Maybe for those students at the initial stages, if they are not interested to like see the videos or the lectures before class, which is actually not good. But we as a teachers really encourage them to like watch videos, short videos, lectures before the class, and that will help them to discuss and engage with their friends and class fellows in the class. And the third one is discussion oriented flipped classroom. This method, in this method, homework is assigned in the form of video lectures and external video resources. Discussions happen in the classroom time where topics are explored further, maybe through activities. Maybe you can invite a guest speaker in your class or a trainer, or maybe you take the students to some visit. And then having started the basics, students can add value to the discussion, ultimately, obviously. Okay, demonstration-based flipped classrooms. This method is purely for the courses like maths, chemistry, physics, statistics, accounting, in which basically for example, a precision is a key in a subject like geometry. In demonstration-based classrooms, screen recording tools are used to create instructional videos assigned as homework instead of doing this in the classroom. And students can go back and forth in the video to understand concepts fully and come back to the classroom for doubt removals. Okay. Then the next one is Fox flipped classroom. This is especially for the young learners, the students who are at the primary level, or maybe the secondary level. And this method, it's really helpful for the primary level or the kindergarten level teachers. This is specific model targeting young learners. The aim is to replace the homework with instructional lecture videos and other resources. And when students come back to the classroom, one-to-one guidance, discussion, and support are provided by the teacher. So it's purely for the school-going kids and for the teachers who are teaching teaching to the primary classes and different primary classes to different courses. Okay, then group-based flipped classrooms. Basically, it focuses on group learning. After the students have started the material provided on LMS or in the previous class or through emails, they work together on an assignment during the classroom time. This method is really helpful for the students to understand the concepts in the class in front of the teacher and remove their doubts and discuss the ambiguities and challenges they faced previously and already. And I think this method, according to me, and it's my point of view, that this method is the one I am also using in my classes and inculcating in my classes and my different courses. Okay, virtual flipped classrooms. Again, these the last two methods are purely for university going students, or somehow the students who are studying in the intermediate, who are intermediate or ONA levels at college level. Classroom time for tutoring is completely eliminated in this model. Educators like university professors share all the resources beforehand at LMS or through emails, and allocate time for individual sessions during the office hours, which we can understand and recall it by the counseling hours. And assignments are collected online through learning management system. And the most interesting method, which I really personally liked it, is the role reversal. And again, this method can be inculcated at the university level, or maybe at the school level. You can try. I don't know, as I'm a university teacher, so I don't know what will be the feedback or what will be the reaction of the students. Yes, maybe they will enjoy being a teacher and developing the or giving some particular activity to the other students or something like that. So you can try this method in your classrooms, within your classrooms, if you are teaching at the at the primary or maybe the secondary level in schools. Okay, so these are some methods. I hope this will help you to understand that which one you have to pick, and try to develop your content according to it. And I hope it will help you to help you and your students. Okay, these are some of the things that about using the flipped classroom model with your students, that you have to ensure their ensure the access, that as we were facing during this session, that there is a heavy rainfall outside, and we have facing the technical issues or something like that. And it's, yes, it's very normal, and we have already, and we have experienced this thing, like some scenarios previously, last year especially, that students are maybe taking some advantage of it sometimes, that they by saying that we don't have the internet, or there is maybe the internet issue, or there is no electricity, or some other excuses. But yes, gradually they also realize that it's the new normal, and we also have to accept it, and it will ultimately beneficial for us. I'm talking about from the student side, by the way, right now. Okay, ensure students know how to. You may need to spend time teaching students how to watch the lesson. You may need to explain what you expect them to do with the lesson information, again, because students are also not used to with these type of these teaching methodologies. So help them to understand, help them to learn, motivate them to learn, so they will be used to of it. Keep lessons short. I have already discussed this thing. Don't try to make long videos. Don't try to design the lengthy or the more logical activities or something like that, because ultimately students maybe get bored. वो बोर हो जाएंगे, तो उनका एक जो एक इंटरेस्ट है, जो एक डेवलप हो रहा है, वो भी वो लूज ना कर दें. And then hold students accountable. Obviously, make sure that students appeared in the classes, or whatever you have uploaded on the LMS, or provide them through emails or other resources, other platform, or by using other platforms or resources, they can watch that, they can attempt that particular activity or assignment. And then start small. Yes, for teachers, please, I hope now we have already embraced this situation of online classes or flipped classroom concept. But start with the small things. It's not necessary if you are not, maybe if you are not tech savvy, or if you are not comfortable making your videos or talking to your students by turn on your cameras, by turning on your cameras. So try to do it. It's okay, it's completely fine. As one of the speaker mentioned, and I really like that point, that agar aap galti kar rahe hain, if you are making mistakes, then it's fine, it's okay. No one is perfect actually. And if you don't know anything at any level, if you are a teacher in a school, in college, or at university level, tell the student that I really don't know about it. I don't have the complete knowledge about this particular the topic or the word or anything or concept. I will like search. I will do research on it, and then we will discuss it in the next class. I mean, it's okay. It's completely fine. It's better rather than like transferring the wrong knowledge or the knowledge you also don't know whether it is right or wrong. Okay, you should take time to plan on what parts of your content classroom you want to flip. That is very important actually, because when we are talking about the flip classrooms concept, we actually assumed that the whole curriculum we have to flip. It's not necessary. Like for example, if you are teaching English course, if you are taking general science in a school, uh, like take some particular topics, or decide some topics, or to make their activities, or be confident that uh, uh, to which topics you want to actually flip you implement the flip classrooms concept. Okay, find out what is the best way to access your student, what access do they have at home. Do some need to have the information burned on a disk. Okay, if for example I'm teaching at university level, and most of the students are coming from interior Sindh, from different parts of interior Sindh, and from different cities of interior Sindh, and due to the weather changes, due to some other uncertainty, they faced internet issues. They face they don't have the gadgets, or something like that. So try to make give them the comfort level, that if you don't have, for example, if you don't have the smartphone, or if you don't have the laptop or anything, so try to burn your lectures in CD, or provide them in the flash drives, or maybe some really wanted to come and discuss with you, and at one-to-one basis. So provide them ease actually, because if you are not empathetic enough, or if you are not humble enough to understand them and to handle them, then ultimately again it will be like maybe a question mark on you as well, that uh, we are not prepared ourselves, or we are not prepared to handle the kids, or the queries, or the challenges they also facing, as we are facing as as the teachers. Okay, there are some challenges which teachers already faced, or maybe some are facing to design assignments, keeping in mind the flipped classrooms concept and methodology, to record lectures, to handle queries outside the class, and hesitant in asking queries with the peers. Don't be hesitate. Go to them, or invite them in your room, in your office, and ask them, discuss them. Don't tell them I'm asking because I don't know, if you are hesitant enough to ask them. But try to discuss that particular thing you have some ambiguity about it. Okay. Okay, develop an attitude to accept change, because it's very important. There are some trainings related to change management. We are talking about flipped classrooms right now. So it's also a change. We really need to accept it. Okay. Here are some of the suggestions for management, and more of the suggestions, it's a request from the management, that handle your faculty with care and respect, because they are trying their best to embrace the new normal, and encourage and appreciate them, that they are keenly taking interest in learning the technology to educate your customers, means your students. So be thankful to them. And here is the reflection, and one of the speaker, I think Dr. Uh, like parents talked about it. I also believe in reflection activities, reflection that design 1 hour lesson by writing a proper script before recording your lecture, and also include activities in it and then record a lecture. Then watch your lecture, and if you'll find any difficulty, if you'll find any gap in it, then again record it. Record that particular lecture. Okay. Here is one of the technique which is very, very interesting, and I hope that most of the teachers here know about it. And if you don't know about it, it's completely fine. Kindly go and Google it. You will find the complete knowledge about it. It's a mind mapping technique which was proposed by Mr. Tony Buzan. And uh, if we are talking about like 20 slides, or if we are talking about the 20 pages book, you can transfer that particular knowledge of 200 pages on a single page through mind mapping technique. So I learned this technique from one of the institute here in Pakistan, Karachi, IHMD, and futuristic learning. So you can also learn it. You can also attend some courses from international and different universities and different trainers here. Okay, flipped classroom is not a fix, but one of many methods that are used to encourage an active learning system. Embrace it and enjoy, because it's new normal. Thank you so much. This is all from my side. And thank you so much, Shumaila and EOP, for giving me this opportunity to talk with such a wonderful teachers who are really doing efforts in revising their methodologies and inculcating. Thank you.
Thank you too for joining us. And
Thank you
it's
so
really
much, Samita.
have you.
Your pleasure. And अगर हम तमाम अभी तो एंड में हम क्वेश्चन आ ही रहे हैं हमारे पास, और एंड में डिस्कशन है और पूरे टॉपिक की बात भी करेंगे और कंक्लूजन भी निकालेंगे एंड में क्या निकला है, क्योंकि स्टार्ट ऐसा था कि मुझे कुछ उसके मकासद भी बताने थे और हमारी हर कॉन्फ्रेंस के हर सेमिनार के जो भी सेशन होता है उसके कुछ मकसद खास होता है कि सबसे पहले तो हर लेक्चर के अपने मकासद होते हैं, हम ऑब्जेक्टिव करते हैं और उसको गेन करने के लिए जो काम कर रहे होते हैं हमारे माइंड में उसके मकसद होने चाहिए ना, तो फिर हम हासिल करते हैं ज़्यादा अच्छे तरीके से। इसलिए कि हम इस सेमिनार से आपके अंदर कोई चेंज लाए हों या कोई ऐसा काम, ऐसी टेक्निक जो आपने कभी यूज नहीं की हो, अब आपको उसको आप आगे जरूर बढ़ाइएगा। मतलब एक साइकिल का प्रोसेस हो कि आपकी वजह से कोई दूसरा सीखे, दूसरे की वजह से कोई थर्ड, फिर एक चेंज जो चलती है वो इस तरह से हमारे साथ शामिल हो और वो चेंज चलती रहे और हम आगे बढ़ते रहे। एजुकेशनिस्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान का खास पर्पस है कि टू प्रोवाइड बेस्ट पॉसिबल सोल्यूशन, और पॉसिबल सोल्यूशन इस तरह देते हैं कि हमारे अपने कल्चर में, अपने एनवायरनमेंट में हम जब बात कर रहे हैं तो उसको लेकर जरूर चलते हैं कि वो मेथोडोलॉजी जो यूज करें वो हमारे पास एक्सेस हो। मतलब अभी मेरे पास एक क्वेश्चन आया है, हम डिस्कशन पे जाएंगे, उससे पहले हम साहिला हुसैन को लेंगे, हमारी एसोसिएट ट्रेनर और एक्सपर्ट इन सोशल स्टडीज, पाकिस्तान स्टडीज और मास्टर ट्रेनर, टीचर ट्रेनर, जो इंट्रो अभी आपको नाजिया शहबाज भी देंगी। हम कुछ पॉइंट्स भी लेंगे। तो बात वही आती है, जब पेडागोजी की बात आती है कि हमें अपने एनवायरनमेंट और अपने कल्चर के अंदर रहते हुए कौन कौन से वो एक्सेस, वो अनासिर जो हम एक्सेस कर सकें, कौन कौन से वो रिसोर्सेज हैं जिनको हम यूज करेंगे, और यूज करते हुए अपनी क्लास में हम ये भी देखेंगे कि किस एनवायरनमेंट का स्टूडेंट, किस एज का स्टूडेंट है, उसका मेंटल लेवल क्या है, हमें ये भी ख्याल रखना होता है जब हम टीचिंग की बात करते हैं। तो समझ लें एक पर्पस क्लास पेडागोजी का क्या है कि स्टूडेंट सबसे पहले उसका खौफ निकालना, वो खौफ में ना रहे, फेयर। फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज फेयर, खौफ में ना हो, वो आपकी टीचिंग से किसी खौफ के बगैर पढ़ रहा हो। सेकंड, बोरिंग ना हो, वो बोर ना हो रहा हो बीच में, हमें ये वाली चीज दूर करनी होती है कि बोरिंग ना हो, खौफ ना हो, और थर्ड वो कंफ्यूज ना रहे। इन तीनों चीजों को आप इन तीनों मामले को मद्देनजर रखते हुए चलेंगे और अपनी टीचिंग को लेके चलेंगे, चाहे आपके पास एक मार्कर भी हो और एक बोर्ड हो और आप उससे डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज ही करवा रहे हो। अगर हम छोटे लेवल पे लेते हैं स्टूडेंट और अर्ली चाइल्डहुड या प्राइमरी लेवल है, तो आप कुछ ना कुछ पॉइंट उनसे लिखवा रहे हैं, उनकी माइंड मैपिंग इस तरह भी कर रहे हैं कि आपने उनको एक टॉपिक दिया पिकनिक, और पिकनिक से रिलेटेड क्या माइंड में आता है, फॉरेन से आइए 2-2 सेकंड में और आकर कुछ लिखिए इसमें। तो कोई पिकनिक से रिलेटेड अपने कॉस्ट्यूम की बात करता है, तो कोई डिफरेंट जो हम फूड यूज कर रहे हैं तो उसकी बात कर रहा है, तो कोई उसमें लिख रहा है कि हाँ मैं ये पिकनिक पे ये प्लेट्स यूज कर रहा हूँ, ग्लास यूज कर रहा हूँ, और बॉल्स है, फुटबॉल्स है, वो डिफरेंट एक पूरा एक मेथोडोलॉजी है, वो एक पूरी माइंड मैपिंग गेम है। तो इन सब का एंड और कंक्लूजन क्या आपके माइंड में भी आएगा, वो भी हमसे डिस्कस करेंगे। खैर एंड में हम मिस शाहिना को लेते हैं, और टाइम ऐसे ही जाता है इस 5:40। तो मिस शाहिना हुसैन, यस नाजिया शहबाज शाहिना का इंट्रो देंगे और फिर शाहिना से कुछ पॉइंट्स लेंगे, उसके बाद हम क्वेश्चन आंसर पे जाएंगे। थैंक यू सो मच ऑल, थैंक्स फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। यस मिस नाजिया।
Surely. Okay. Thank you so very much, Samia. It was really informative. बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला और यकीनन बहुत सारे सवालात भी उठे जो यकीनन हम आपसे पूछेंगे क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन में. So it's thanks from my side, from EOP side. Thank you so very much. Jazakallah. All right. So now we are moving towards the upcoming guest, and most of you already know her because जो हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म है EOP एजुकेशनिस्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान, तो इसका एक वो खास हिस्सा है और अक्सर हमारे सेशंस का हिस्सा रहती हैं, सीखते रहते हैं, तो आज भी इंशाल्लाह जरूर कुछ ना कुछ सीखेंगे उनसे. So now I'm going to give a short introduction. She is associate trainer at Teachers Development Center. Also, she is former O-level teacher and subject coordinator at Beacon House O-level PCHS campus. Also, former subject coordinator and O-level teacher at the City School Gulshan Senior Girls campus. And she has been teaching at the American Foundation School also. She is former history and geography teacher at Karachi Public School and former Pakistan Studies history and geography teacher at Falcon House Grammar School as well, and also much more. So I won't take very much time now. Now over to Ms. Shahina Hussain.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Nazia. Whenever I am introduced at this platform, I feel myself honored. Just like the terms online classes, online shopping, and online this and online that. Sometimes I feel that EOP is my online home. I'm really honored. The introduction and the little more with I would like to add little more in the introduction that Alhamdulillah I have performed as a item reviewer in an international company. I have performed my duty as an author in Sindh textbook board, and I have been editor of the social studies newsletter, etc., etc. Anyhow, today I will take only a few minutes, and what I could not manage to be here for throughout the time. The last part I attended, and I really appreciate how important points were shared, and more or less तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए है. I really appreciate that two important points were shared by Shamaila Waqas, and they were in such simple language that the new teachers, the students, the teachers who every teacher can understand easily. Okay? I'm not going to start a new topic, but I would like to share only a few points on the topics that have been shared, like critical thinking, innovative teaching methods, collaborative and problem-based learning, and flipped classroom. Many things have been shared. We all believe, I'm sure, it has been assumed that I have, there is always routine something new from the initial stage. So I would like to share only 1 or 2 points on each of these topics that are important for everyone who starts at the initial stage. There must be many new teachers. Okay. So first about the critical thinking. Okay, research is important, this and that. Many methods have been shared. Very much practical, hands-on activity or discussion can be whatever topic you are starting. Ask the students to share the advantages and the disadvantages of everything. When students start and even the teacher starts calling listing the advantages and the disadvantages of the same thing, critical thinking is developed. Okay, it is a very basic and very important thing. The students of every age can do it. And when we inculcate the habit that every individual item in the world, every individual thing in the world has some advantages and disadvantages. The critical thinking starts here. So it is the point, it is a practice that everyone can do it. Second one is innovative ideas. Sometimes fine innovation uh, can be there if we are long life learner. Okay, but I am not, if I am not very much interested in learning new things, putting in the efforts to research and to collaborate someone that, okay, teach me how I can be innovative. I can share my ideas and then I can ask my students, this is the topic, how should we learn it? What do you expect it? Okay, and if you had been a teacher, how would you teach it? So automatically the ideas are generated and automatically I as a teacher, I as a trainer will be out of my box. Then the next one is collaborative. Collaboration does not only mean that the big organizations, 2 different platforms, 2 schools are working together. Again, I repeat, I'm sharing only very basic ideas. Collaboration means only 2 people who doesn't know very much about the subject, who doesn't know very much about the education, but they can exchange their ideas. Okay, a very simple, there are many subjects and many teachers at school, at college. I can share, okay, I am teaching in this way, and other can share her or his ideas or practices. Okay, and sometimes when we interconnect the subjects, there are certain topics that are in other subject. And if I particularly talk about social studies and Pakistani studies, there is every topic in social studies and Pakistani studies that is connected with other subject, like economics, okay, can be language, culture can be taught in language, sometimes somehow maths can be included and others. So when we share the ideas, when we coordinate with our other subject teachers, or when we discuss with the students that, okay, we are learning this thing, but what is your idea? What are you doing in other subjects? And we can relate it. It is also a collaborative learning. And very simple way, no money is spent on it, only the time and intention that I am sharing my learnings, my methodologies, so that I can improve and so can others can learn with me. Then the next one is problem-based learning, very much important. This is the thing that is very much lacking. That is why we are not producing the students with the practical approaches. The people, the students, when they enter into practical life, usually they are unable, not everyone, but usually they are unable to resolve, to address the problems. How can it be done that whatever problems occur in the class or out of the class, or for the parents who are out over here, whatever problems are there, we should, not every problem, but we should share some of the problems with the students. And automatically, when we are in the discussion mood, when students feel comfortable, they come up with the solution, or they come up with the ideas, how can it be resolved. So automatically the critical thinking and problem solving skill are developed. And the last one is a flipped classroom. Usually we need to plan very much for the flipped classroom, because when the students are coming to share their learning or they are coming to teach the other students, much more planning is done by the teacher. Otherwise, there can be a chaos. Again, the very simple thing, okay, I have taught or I have not taught this topic. This is the topic. You have the book, you have the resources. Come forward and share your idea with the teacher or with the students. Okay, it is one day. Teach any topic of the subject in my class today, whatever you like. When the freedom is given, interest is developed. So these are the basic or very simple thing that every teacher can do it. And there are, obviously, it is the basic. There are many things that we all need to learn. We all need to learn means I also need to learn. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I hope I have tried a bit to contribute. And thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Each and every word was very informative as ever. Thank you so very much, Meena.
Yes, now we are going to question answer section. We move to their discussion section. Thank you, Gulshanara. Thank you all participants. Thank you all speakers and especially international speakers to join us. And my one message, and thanks a lot regarding your knowledge, regarding your all presentations and about this topic. Thanks a lot. और वही वाली बात कि अब हम जो क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं और हमारे वही लोकल जो हमारे लोकल का मतलब ये हमारे अपने पाकिस्तान के पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं कि जब हम इंटरनेशनल लेवल की बात करते हैं ना और ग्लोबल विलेज बन गया है और हम सब बात कर रहे हैं, हमने एक इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार या कॉन्फ्रेंस हमने अरेंज करवाई. हर एक का अपना अपना कल्चर है, हर एक की अपनी रिसोर्सेज हैं, क्लास एनवायरनमेंट डिफरेंट है, कल्चर एनवायरनमेंट डिफरेंट है, कल्चर डिफरेंट है, फिर उनका अपनी कंट्री एनवायरनमेंट डिफरेंट है, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग वर्किंग की जाती है. और टीचिंग पे ये जरूरी है, हम सारी टेक्निक्स हमें यूट्यूब से मिल जाती है, गूगल से मिल जाती है, हमें इंटरनेशनल स्पीकर्स भी मिल जाएंगे. हमारे पास क्या रिसोर्सेज है, हमारा अपना कल्चर क्या है, हमारे अपने स्टूडेंट्स किस पर्सनैलिटी टाइप में हैं और चल रहे हैं, क्योंकि एनवायरनमेंट का और पर्सनैलिटी का भी आपस में बहुत गहरा ताल्लुक है और ये एनवायरनमेंट जो है वो पर्सनैलिटी पे बहुत गहरा असर रखता है, क्योंकि उसकी नेचुरल पर्सनैलिटी जो भी हो, जिसने टाइप्स पढ़ी हैं या जो साइकोलॉजी से रिलेट है, तो वो ये बात समझेगा कि हमारी जो कल्चर का या एनवायरनमेंट का जो एक बहुत बड़ा गहरा असर है, जो किरदार है, वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है किसी भी पर्सनैलिटी को चेंज करने में और किसी भी बच्चे की पर्सनैलिटी में. तो हम टीचिंग उसके अकॉर्डिंग काम करते हैं और टीचिंग उसी के अकॉर्डिंग प्रोसेस भी लेते हैं, मेथोडोलॉजी भी लेते हैं. हमारे पास जो क्वेश्चन आ रहे थे वो यही थे कि गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में ऐसा नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल का एनवायरनमेंट डिफरेंट है, हम इतनी सारी बातें कर रहे हैं, तो हमारा अपना एनवायरनमेंट क्या है. अगर हम फ्लिप क्लासरूम की बात करें तो हम क्या ये गवर्नमेंट स्कूल और गवर्नमेंट एनवायरनमेंट में, स्कूल के एनवायरनमेंट में क्या हम इसको अप्लाई कर सकते हैं? सामिया इसका भी जरूर जवाब दीजिएगा और हमारे सारे स्पीकर जो हैं वो आ जाइए पैनल पे. मिस चाइना कुछ कहना चाहती हैं? यस मिस चाइना.
There is a question from a participant that some teachers are not comfortable to share their ideas, their strategies and their techniques. Yes, it is. We being a teacher need to be very much open-minded. Being a teacher, I must understand that I am not perfect. Okay, I need to learn, but simultaneously I have learned something that can be beneficial for others. So if I have opted the profession of teaching, I should be open-minded. And obviously, when something good is shared, it should not be misused. Usually, why people are not comfortable, teachers are not comfortable to share their ideas. First of all, sometimes it is criticized openly, and the way it is criticized, it is not acceptable. Secondly, if I am sharing my knowledge, The other teacher might agree to it, might accept it, लेकिन sometimes it is misused in different ways, like making the whole story against it, or using the same knowledge or the same thing, same strategy that is going to play a negative role for that particular teacher. So means very simple word, the politics. If there is politics in the profession of education, obviously we are not educators. So we need to understand the definition of education and educators. Thank you. I hope I have answered.
Yes, बिल्कुल। और एक और क्वेश्चन ये था कि आप जियोग्राफी के बारे में किस तरह से इंटरैक्टिव कुछ स्ट्रेटजीज बताएं, तो उसका एक हम डिफरेंट एक सेशन रखेंगे, एक पूरा होल सेशन होगा, एक अलग कोई वर्कशॉप होगी। जिस तरह से हम शाहिना हुसैन की वर्कशॉप करवाते हैं कि किस तरह से पाकिस्तान स्टडीज को और सोशल स्टडीज को इंटरैक्टिव और इंटरेस्टिंग बनाया जा सकता है डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज के थ्रू। तो उसके लिए हम कुछ न्यू सेशन अरेंज करेंगे इंशाल्लाह, उसमें आपके आंसर जरूर मिलेंगे। अच्छा जी, सामिया, यही आया था क्वेश्चन मिस सामिया कि अगर हमारे पास एनवायरनमेंट और हमारे पास रिसोर्सेज ना हो तो हम फ्लिप्ड क्लासरूम को किस तरह से अप्लाई कर सकते हैं वहाँ पे, किस तरह से वहाँ पे अगर रिसोर्सेज नहीं हो हमारे पास, विदाउट रिसोर्सेज।
अगर आप पर्टिकुलरली गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स की बात कर रहे हो, कंसीडरिंग एंड कीपिंग इन माइंड आवर गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स, तो आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि आप क्या बताना चाह रहे हो या क्या पूछना चाह रहे हो। देखो, सबसे पहले तो ये कि जैसे मैंने स्टार्ट में और लाइक रेपिटेटिवली एक वर्ड यूज किया, चेंज, ठीक है। तो क्या हम बीइंग अ टीचर पहले चेंज के लिए रेडी हैं एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए? तो ठीक है, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि वो रिसोर्सेज आपको नहीं है, ठीक है। इन आवर गवर्नमेंट स्कूल there are not such resources we are providing with, but yes, आप चीजों को अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं, आप लर्न कर सकते हैं, और जितना बेस्ट पॉसिबल आप स्टूडेंट्स के साथ फ्लिप क्लासरूम के कॉन्सेप्ट को डिस्कस करके इनकलकेट कर सकते हैं, आप वो कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। मैंने खुद डिफरेंट तकरीबन 4 to 5 गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स हैं, ठीक है, जहाँ पर मैंने ये फ्लिप क्लासरूम की ट्रेनिंग करवाई है। सही है कि अगर आपके पास रिसोर्सेज नहीं है, आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं है, तो आप इसको किस तरीके से चीज़ों को कर सकते हैं। देखिए, एक चीज़ जो होती है जब हम फ्लिप क्लासरूम की बात करते हैं और उसमें जैसे मैंने डिफरेंट मॉडल्स डिस्कस किए, तो उसमें हर मॉडल के अंदर कहीं ना कहीं इस बात की कि आपने वीडियोस वगैरह प्रायर जो है बिफोर द क्लास यू हैव टू अपलोड इट ऑन LMS। अब यहाँ पर एक चीज़ मैं आपके बात से रिलेट कर सकती हूँ, do not have the gadget, the students do not have the internet connection, then what, ठीक है। ओके, उसमें मैंने एक मेथड वो भी बताया था कि जिसमें स्टूडेंट आके सिर्फ 1 to 1 डायरेक्टली आपसे क्लास में पढ़ रहा है, क्लास में वर्क कर रहा है, सारी चीजें क्लास, वो भी एक मेथड है फ्लिप क्लासरूम का, ठीक है। तो अगर आप थोड़ा सा स्पेसिफिकली जिसको भी आंसर अगर नहीं मिला है वो बाद में या अभी पूछ रहे हैं, तो वो मैं स्पेसिफिकली भी बता दूँ।
बिल्कुल मिस सामिया, और इंशाल्लाह इसके लिए भी एक सेशन रखेंगे। ये तो एक तरह से सेमिनार था, और सेमिनार में होता ही है कि हर स्पीकर आके अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू देता है कुछ मिनिमम टाइम पे, जो सर्टेन टाइम होता है उसी पे बात करनी होती है। जब हम एक एक टॉपिक भी ऐसा मतलब इतना वर्ड है कि टॉपिक पे भी हम 4-4 घंटे बात करें और उसकी एक वर्कशॉप करवाएं तो क्लियर होगा। फिर हम स्ट्रेटजीज पे भी बात करेंगे, फिर हम यहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस भी करवा सकते हैं, आपके साथ भी एक्टिविटीज हो सकती हैं, तो फिर आपको और ज्यादा क्लियर होगा। जस्ट आज इंट्रो था, इसका समझते जो वर्ड ये जो आपको शेड्यूल दिया है, जो टॉपिक है, इंडिविजुअल टॉपिक है, उस पे हम एक एक वर्कशॉप रखवाएंगे, एक एक नहीं तो कुछ सेशंस होंगे जिससे आप ज्यादा बेहतर तौर पे समझ सकेंगे। अभी आपको सिर्फ पेडागोजिकल कॉन्सेप्ट, इनोवेशंस क्या है, टेक्नोलॉजीज क्या है, हम किस तरह से यूज करते हैं, हमें ये समझना है और ये समझना आना जरूरी है। अगर आप लोगों को नहीं समझ आया तो हमारा पर्पस समझ में फॉल्स हो जाएगा आज इस सेमिनार में। आप लोगों को ये क्लियर होना बहुत जरूरी है। तो ये जरूर मुझे अपने फीडबैक में भी बताइएगा, चैट पे भी बताइएगा कि मेथड्स, पेडागोजिकल मेथड्स, टेक्नोलॉजीज, एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड ये सारी चीजें आप लोगों को क्लियर हैं। और वन थिंग वही मैं यहाँ पे ऐड करूंगी कि हमारे पास रिसोर्सेज नहीं होते, या हमारे पास जब हम बात करते हैं मैनेजमेंट से, हमें मैनेजमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं दे रही, मैनेजमेंट हमें वो काम करने नहीं दे रही। हमारे पास बहुत सारे आइडियाज हैं, हम ये कर सकते हैं, क्लास में ये चेंजेस कर सकते हैं, स्कूल में ला सकते हैं। ठीक है, आपको नहीं मिल रही है अपॉर्चुनिटी, आप अपने एंड पे क्या कर सकते हैं? आप जरूर उस पर नजर रखिएगा, जरूर उस बारे में सोचिएगा, मेरे एंड पे मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ। मैंने जिस तरह कहा कि बोर्ड भी आपके पास है, एक मार्कर की, उससे आप क्या क्या एक्टिविटीज करवा सकती हैं। कुछ आपके पास पेपर है, कुछ उस पेपर के थ्रू आप डिफरेंट शीट्स बना के बच्चों को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करके और एक दूसरे से आप इनको आपस में एक्सचेंज करें और अपने पास वर्डिंग लिखें। एक एक्टिविटी ये भी होती है डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज में, वो एक टॉपिक है अलग के इंटरैक्टिव टीचिंग स्ट्रेटजीज में। तो आपके पास अपने रिसोर्सेज क्या है, आपके एंड पे आप क्या कर सकते हैं, ये बहुत जरूरी है। हम बहुत कुछ पढ़ सकते हैं इसके बारे में, हमें वही बात है, यूट्यूब पे भी पूरी वीडियोस मिल जाएंगी, गूगल भी मिल जाएगा। जब तक आप खुद तैयार नहीं होंगे, आप मेंटली खुद प्रिपेयर नहीं होंगे, टीचिंग वही बात है कि अगर एक बहुत बड़ा एक प्रोफेशन जिसको दिल से कबूल करना, अगर आप दिल से उसको कबूल करते हैं तो आपको अपने अंदर भी वो चीज लानी होगी। तो टीचिंग का यहाँ भी मैंने बड़ा कहीं क्वेश्चंस में ही आ रहा था कि टीचिंग इज हार्ड वर्क जो हम दिल से करते हैं। टीचिंग इज नॉट हार्ड वर्किंग, हार्ड वर्किंग, दिल से काम वाली चीज है। तो आप जब अपने अंदर समूह लेंगे, अपने आप को सारी चीजें समझ लेंगे ना, और बिल्कुल आप क्लास के एनवायरनमेंट में मगन होके काम करेंगे ना, एंजॉय करके काम करेंगे। और सर पीटर अगर मौजूद है तो मैं उनसे भी जरूर लूंगी इस बारे में, क्योंकि सर ने 2-3 चीजें यहाँ पे बताई थी कि आपको अपने अंदर चेंज लाना है। अगर आप में गुस्सा होगा तो आपकी टीचिंग में गुस्सा जरूर आएगा, और आपकी पर्सनैलिटी डिफरेंट ना हो, स्टाफ रूम में डिफरेंट है, क्लास में डिफरेंट है। तो ये जो है ना, ये बेसिक चीज है, वो पहले हमें अपनी क्लियर करनी होंगी, फिर हम डिफरेंट मेथोडोलॉजी पे, टेक्निक्स पे, टेक्नोलॉजीज पे जाएंगे। अच्छा, क्वेश्चन एक और था हमें, डोंट गिव बुक, अच्छा बुक से रिलेटेड था। आप लोग इस बारे में क्या कहते हैं? अभी हम रीडिंग की बात करते हैं और स्टूडेंट रीडिंग पे, अब इस दौर में 21st सेंचुरी चैलेंज में और कोविड के बाद भी बहुत ज्यादा इंटरनेट और ये सारी चीजें हैं, ऑनलाइन क्लासेस, अब बुक पे आमादा नहीं होते स्टूडेंट्स, नॉट एग्री फॉर रीडिंग बुक्स ना। तो इट्स राइट और रॉन्ग, इट्स ट्रू कि हम उनको ऐसे लीव इट छोड़ सकते हैं? आप क्या कहेंगी? यस मिस सामिया, शाहिना, वैसे तो ये सर मेरे साथ नहीं है। ओके, जिस तरह उन्होंने कहा था कि अब हम बच्चों पे जबरदस्ती नहीं कर सकते कि वो बुक पढ़ें। यस
ओके,
मिस सामिया।
आई थिंक जी, बुक रीडिंग की अगर आप बात कर रहे हो तो यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट कि इन टुडेज टाइम पीरियड, इन टुडेज एरा, स्टूडेंट्स आर फार मोर बिहाइंड कि हम बेसिकली बुक को पढ़ेंगे, रीड करेंगे। मैं ये एक चीज करवाती हूँ यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पर अपने स्टूडेंट्स से, और आई थिंक जो अगर जितनी भी यहाँ पे स्कूल टीचर्स हैं वो तो बहुत इजीली करवा सकती हैं। जब वो बुक्स नहीं लेकर आते और जब वो बुक को रीड करने के लिए रेडी नहीं होते ना, तो मैंने अपने पास कुछ ना स्टोरी बुक्स रखी हुई है जो बिल्कुल हम चाइल्डहुड में हमें क्लास लाइब्रेरी से इशू कराते हैं, तो मेरी ही अपनी स्टोरी ठीक है, और मैंने उसको अपने पास जो है ना ऑफिस में रखा हुआ है। मैं वो ले जाकर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करती हूँ, एक ग्रुप बनाती हूँ और मैं कहती हूँ इसको रीड करो, इसको कर सकते हो? तो वो कहते हैं मिस इट्स अ वेरी इजी टास्क। मैं कहती हूँ इसको रीड करो, देन एक चार्ट पेपर पे फिर मैं उनसे एक्टिविटीज करवाती हूँ। वो जो एक्टिविटी होती है वो एक्चुअली यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल की उस कोर्स से रिलेटेड। तो आप इस तरह से इंटरेस्ट डेवलप कर सकते हैं। आप जरूरी नहीं है कि एज अ बुक ही पढ़ी जाए, आप एक स्टोरी टेलिंग सेशन कर सकते हैं, आप ऐसे गेस्ट स्पीकर्स को इनवाइट कर सकते हैं। थोड़ी सी एफर्ट्स होती है तो टीचर्स को करनी पड़ती हैं और करनी होती हैं। जैसे आपने कहा कि इट्स अ जॉब फ्रॉम द हार्ट, कि आप उसको हार्ड वर्किंग है, ये यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट, एंड इट्स नॉट अ जॉब, इट्स अ रिस्पांसिबिलिटी। टीचिंग इज अ रिस्पांसिबिलिटी। अगर आपने इस ऑप्शन को ऑप्ट किया है, इस प्रोफेशन को ऑप्ट किया है, तो इसके साथ सिंसियर होना बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो वो चीज करें, वो चीज लाइक करें जो आपका स्टूडेंट चाहता है, जो आज का बच्चा चाहता है। मैंने आपको जैसे बताया कि जनरेशन जी, जनरेशन अल्फा, वो क्या चाहता है, ठीक है? क्या वो ये चाहता है कि वो पिक्चर्स खींच के पहले कोई खुद की स्टोरी डेवलप करे और वो सर्च करे कि वो प्रीवियसली किसी स्टोरी से या किसी बुक से रिलेट करती है, किसी बुक के किसी प्लेस से, किसी एडवेंचर से? बहुत सारी चीजें हो सकती हैं जो आप थोड़ा सा जो है ना आपको एफर्ट करनी पड़ेगी बीइंग अ टीचर, एंड देन यू विल inculcate that particular methodology and that particular style in your class.
Fine. So वी कैन से कि हमें एज अ टीचर वो जो हम रीडिंग पे बहुत सारे सेशंस करवाते हैं और हम कहते हैं क्यों हमारा बच्चा बुक नहीं पढ़ रहा है और पेरेंट्स भी परेशान है, वो एक पेरेंटिंग वाला भी आता है सारा सिलसिला, आप उन्हें जबरदस्ती रीडिंग पे आमादा ना करें। कंक्लूजन यही निकलता है जी सामिया, यही कह सकते हैं ना आप
आप जबरदस्ती ना करें कि बुक ही रीड करें पर्टिकुलर, आप उसको रीडिंग वाली हैबिट पहले डेवलप करें। और रीडिंग हैबिट जो है ना, जरूरी नहीं है वो उस कोर्स बुक से या कोई पर्टिकुलर बुक से डेवलप हो। जब वो दूसरी चीजें रीड करना स्टार्ट करेगा और वो हैबिट उसकी जब स्टार्ट होगी ना, एक फिजिकल बुक से पढ़ने की या एक फिजिकल हार्ड कॉपी से पढ़ने की या फिर सॉफ्ट कॉपी से भी, उसके बाद फिर आप उसका माइंड शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं टूवर्ड्स दैट पर्टिकुलर लाइक बुक और कोई भी चीज। ये मेरा एक्चुअली पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, मे बी का सबका अलग हो।
देखिए, जहाँ तक रीडिंग का ताल्लुक है, हम जो आदतों का ताल्लुक है ना, वी लर्न विद ईच अदर्स हैबिट। बच्चे को कहते रहे रीडिंग करते रहे, ऑब्वियसली नहीं करेगा क्योंकि उसने सीखी देखा ही नहीं। बेहतर तरीका यह है कि मैं खुद बच्चे के सामने रीडिंग करूं, उसमें शौक पैसे का इजहार करूं, अपनी दिलचस्पी का इजहार करूं, उनको बजाय बहुत रूड बात कर रही हूँ, जैसे हम कुरान शरीफ को बहुत ऊपर ले जाके रख देते ना, क्योंकि बहुत मुकद्दस है और फिर पढ़ते नहीं है। हमारे यहाँ भी कोर्सेज की बुक के अलावा दूसरी जो बुक्स होती हैं फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल होती नहीं है, अगर होती तो वो इस जगह पे होती है कि बच्चों की एक्सेस नहीं होती और बच्चे उसको देख नहीं रहे होते हैं। तो पहले तो मैं खुद पढ़ूँ ताकि मुझे देखने वाले बच्चों का इंटरेस्ट डेवलप हो, और उसको बुक को इस जगह रखूँ कि बच्चे को इजीली एक्सेस हासिल हो जाए। मैं आपसे एक एग्जांपल शेयर करूँगी। आई नो अ फैमिली जिसके सिरहाने पे तकरीबन सबके पास ही सिरहाने पर बुक्स रखी होती थी। तभी मैंने उनके घर में शेल्फ में प्रॉपरली अरेंज शेल्फ बुक्स का नहीं देखा। और उस फैमिली की जो नेचर है या उस फैमिली की जो कल्चर है उस फैमिली का, वो अगर मैं कंपेयर करूं तो मैंने बहुत कम फैमिलीज में देखा है। इसलिए कि वहां पर बुक्स पढ़ने का तरीका, ट्रेडिशन बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है। तो बजाय बच्चों से कहने के लिए ये कर लें, मैं खुद पढ़ूं और वो बुक्स पढ़ूं जिसमें बच्चा इंटरेस्ट ले, और बच्चों से शेयर करूं, देखो ये कितनी इंटरेस्टिंग बात है, ये मुझे क्यों नहीं आ रही। उनकी बुक्स में, उनकी स्टोरीज में मैं खुद इंटरेस्ट शो करूं, तो मेरा ख्याल है इट विल वर्क।
Yes, right.
Well, I totally agree with you.
Yes. नाजिया, आपका माइक ऑन हो गया। नाजिया, आपकी तरफ से कुछ डिस्टरबेंस हो रही थी, डिस्ट्रक्शन थी, आपका माइक ऑफ हुआ फिर मारेंगे क्या वो, आई थिंक कोई एनीवे।
अच्छा, प्लीज कैरी ऑन।
थोड़ा सा कुछ डिस्टरबेंस है। हमारे पास चैट पे कोई क्वेश्चन तो नहीं है नाजिया, आप देख लीजिएगा। लाइव पे क्वेश्चन होंगे तो इंशाल्लाह वन बाय वन वहीं पे हम उसके आंसर भी दे देंगे। हमारे स्पीकर्स भी होंगे, उनको क्वेश्चंस पहुंचा देंगे अगर कोई इस तरह का क्वेश्चन है, कुछ क्लियर ना हुआ आपको। उसी तरह से कि इसके हर टॉपिक पे एक वर्कशॉप होगी। इंटरैक्टिव टीचिंग स्ट्रेटजीज क्या है, उसकी एक अलग वर्कशॉप है, उसके अलग सेशन है। फ्लिप क्लासरूम पे भी हम अलग एक 3 आवर्स की वर्कशॉप रखेंगे इंशाल्लाह। मिस सामिया हमें टाइम देंगी जरूर, तो हम इस पे। और इसके साथ साथ जी सर्वकाश कुछ अनाउंस कर रहे हैं। ई सर्टिफिकेट की जहां तक बात है, ई सर्टिफिकेट जरूर प्रोवाइड किए जाएंगे। उसके लिए कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर पे आप कॉन्टैक्ट कर लीजिएगा, ईमेल एड्रेस पे आप कर सकते हैं। और ठीक है, और हम रखते हैं टीचर। ओके ओके ओके, यस नाजिया, मिस शाइना कंटिन्यू कीजिएगा।
इट इज़ द टाइम टू एंड अप। बहुत फ्रूटफुल सेशन रहा, मेरी अपनी लर्निंग होती रही, मज़ा आया। थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरी पार्टिसिपेंट एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरी ट्रेनर। Hopefully we will meet again soon and we will be waiting for your ideas. ठीक है, for the innovation we do not need the ideas of only a particular group. We need the ideas of every participant, and whatever idea is workable, inshallah we will put it into practice. और आपकी सजेशन का इंतजार रहेगा। पार्टिसिपेंट्स में से अगर कोई भी कुछ शेयर करना चाहे तो मोस्ट वेलकम। आपके आइडियाज वेलकम है इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर।
इंशाल्लाह आपकी सजेशन का, आपकी फीडबैक का इंतजार रहेगा। और हमारा पर्पस यही था कि हम अपना जो आज का टॉपिक है वो आपको क्लियर कर दें, टेक्नोलॉजीज क्या है, पेडागोजी क्या है, उसके बाद हम इस टॉपिक से रिलेटेड और आगे बात करेंगे। क्योंकि और मैं हमेशा अपने सेशन में भी बात करती हूँ तो मकसद पूरा हो, और एक और चीज ये होती है कि हम हर सेशन की बात करते हैं, कसरती नहीं हुई, प्यास रह गई। तो टीचर का काम प्यास बुझाना नहीं होता, प्यास को बढ़ाना होता है। तो आपकी प्यास मुसलसल बढ़ती रहे लर्निंग की, सीखने की, तालीम की। तो वो प्यास बढ़े तो इसका मतलब है कि हाँ, हमने मकसद हासिल किया। वहीं पे आपने सोचा कि हाँ समझ में आ गया, क्लियर है, बस खत्म, तो वो बात वहीं खत्म हो जाएगी। इंशाल्लाह इसको हम कंटिन्यू रखेंगे और हमारे साथ रहिएगा, एजुकेशनिस्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान के साथ रहिएगा। कुछ सजेशंस हो तो जरूर दीजिएगा। और यस मिस नाजिया।
यस, मैं कमेंट्स को गो थ्रू कर रही थी। आई गेस हमने ज्यादातर तो देख लिए हैं और उनका जवाब भी दे दिया। अगर किसी के सलाम का जवाब नहीं दिया है तो वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू।
थैंक यू सो मच ऑल।
जी थैंक यू, और थैंक यू सो वेरी मच फॉर बीइंग हियर। और आज हफ्ते का दिन है, इतना आसान नहीं होता है। आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड, वी ऑल कैन अंडरस्टैंड, कोई ना कोई हमारी इंगेजमेंट्स होती हैं। तो सैटरडे या फिर वीकेंड पर संडे सैटरडे को टाइम निकालना भी आसान नहीं होता। लेकिन इसी से पता चलता है कि तालीम की किस कदर प्यास है और उसे हासिल करना चाहते हैं। लोगों के अंदर किस कदर जज्बा है मजीद जानने का।
बिल्कुल, इतने सारे लोगों में कुछ परसेंट लोग होते हैं हमेशा आते हैं। तो मैं वही सोचती हूँ कि उनको मौका मिला, अल्लाह ने उन्हें मौका दिया, उन्हें टाइम दिया, उन्होंने खुद निकाला। आज अगर हम बार बार बारिश की भी बात कर रहे थे और सामने से बात हो रही थी, है भी रहे आउटसाइड, और मेरे साइड भी यही है, और सबके नेट इशू है, टेक्निकल इशू है, स्टार्ट में मुझे बहुत इशू है। मेरे पास कॉल्स भी थी, नेट इशूज भी थे, पोस्ट भी नहीं थी। तो वो स्टार्ट इसी तरह रहा कि बस हम जब हमने कमिटमेंट किया तो उसको कंटिन्यू कर लें। क्योंकि तरह से मेरे पास मैसेज आ रहे थे कि क्या हम इसको कैंसिल कर सकते हैं, पोस्टपोन कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एक कमिटमेंट था, लोग टाइम निकालते हैं और सबकी अपनी अपनी एंगेजमेंट होती है, उसमें टाइम निकाला था। थैंक यू सो मच ऑल, और मेरी तरफ से अल्लाह हाफिज, फी अमानिल्लाह, स्टे विद अस एंड लेट्स गो फॉर एजुकेशन फॉर नेशन।
Shumaila, what about the last photo and Pakistan Zindabad?
Okay, Nara. Yes.
Oh yes, Pakistan.
So we have 2 thumbs up all
Yay.
for picture.
Yes.
And
One.
Nara, Pakistan.
Zindabad.
हाँ, माइक ऑन कीजिएगा अगेन। हाँ, कैसे विकास? हाँ, सबके माइक ऑन है? अच्छा, आप लोग हाँ अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं अपने माइक। You all can unmute your mic. And 3, 2, 1, Pakistan
Zindabad.